Welcome to It's Never Boring with Kayley Loring, a special series from the Audiobook Lovin Podcast, where author Kayley Loring sits down and chats about all sorts of things with the narrators of her audiobooks. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the chaos.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Season 2, Episode 13, Part 2, the first episode of It's Never Boring with Kayley Loring, brought to you by the Audiobook Lovin Podcast. Today, Kayley continues to chat with guest narrator Zachary Weber. This episode also includes Zachary answering questions that were collected from fans and readers/listeners in Kayleyville, Kayley's reader group, and Zach's audio crew, his official fan group. On with the show.
So you had mentioned in that last AF Live thing that I saw that you are starting to produce audiobooks now?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm starting to take on like ACX projects and do some royalty shares and things like that. I figured I can now. There was a lot of opportunity to do that early on, and then I was like, oh yeah, why not? And then it was like people I didn't know, and I didn't really know what I was doing. And I was like, there was more than I could handle because I didn't know all the ins and outs of recording. Now I know all of it, so it's like, why the fuck not? I know what authors are my friends and who I like and who's down to do it and sort of how to go about doing it. So yeah, it should be fun.
Who's DTP, down to produce?
Yeah. Okay.
So you have an engineer that you work with, and that it's basically just organizing shit.
Yeah. I have a studio that I've been going to for months now. It's close to me, and like I'm pals with the people that work there, and makes it easy. And they're, it's a matter of like cost and comfort. And now that I have that, might as well. I planned on like building out my own studio last year, but like it was in a friend's house and it was gonna be a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I don't know, I want to do this in a situation that's not entirely permanent. And of course, now I live in an apartment that I can do music stuff and do like quick one-off things, like little VO things, but I can't do an audiobook here. The studio is great for that.
That's good. Yeah. So I want to talk about your band Night Darling, which I love the name. Night Darling is very evocative. Did you come up with that, or?
We were originally called Night and I found that when I told people that,
like night, comma, and?
Not even comma, just night and. Okay. And I found that when I told people that at a loud party, they thought I was night end, and that it's not just right that. End. It's also because it doesn't fucking mean anything. And it doesn't. It's not evocative. It was just kind of cool. So like
I mean, kind of.
Yeah. So thank fuck we decided to change it before we ever put it on online anywhere.
Okay, so it was like you had already written songs and recorded songs.
We were like almost a year. I would say almost a year into recording. So we like very nearly had an album structure out, and then I was like, "Do you guys think we should change this stupid fucking name?" And add in Lucas.
Well, that's a good time to do it, I guess.
Right. And Lucas, my producer and synth player, and Addie, my fellow lyricist and singer.
Yes.
We just sat down and we started going through words. And we're like, because we wanted night, it has to be night. It's it's a night. We knew that there was an essence of night. And then like, because we have like a pseudo folky sound at times, we finally landed on Darling, and then it's like, oh, that has a double entendre to it. It's like it feels a little bit insidious, but also feels a little bit homey. So it ended up working out for that reason.
Yeah, no, it's perfect. When you had posted those first two songs a year ago, the Sheriff's Ballad and Stay Away, I had just watched the movie Drive a couple of times recently, and I got such a Drive vibe from those songs, especially Sheriff's ballad. And like when I was listening to them, I just pictured myself driving along Sunset, like on the east side of LA for some reason. But yeah, your music is very evocative like that too. And I think it should be on soundtracks.
That would be
pretty cinematic.
So great. That's like the only way to make music, to make money as a musician now.
Yeah. No, I know. So, but if there wasn't a pandemic right now, like where would you want to be performing? Like you would release the full album and tour to support it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the goal was, because we knew that we had like power and performance. So we were playing like, I was our booking agent. I was just hitting up all my other artist friends, and hitting up all these venues. And we played a show every month for 6 months. We did a couple backyard things too. And it felt like a real, sort of a fun, exciting force was happening. And then, because like none of us have like a big online following. So like we couldn't exactly go like, bam, 100,000 people listen to this right now. So it was like a matter of local kiss and tell. And and then I was dramatically halted last year. But for that reason, I think it's given us some time to like really delve into what we want to do, and then release the singles, and just drive up some interest that way. But once things are back, like we are going to absolutely be playing shows.
And are you mostly doing like the sort of whole Silver Lake?
Yeah, I mean, like
kind of general area,
local LA circuit. Like we're probably not going to play a show on the West Side unless it's like definite paying gig. But like we played shows in Hollywood and in Los Feliz, Silver Lake, Echo Park.
Sure.
So we'll see where it goes. Yeah, I'm excited.
Did you do like covers live or like?
We did.
What songs do you cover? I want to know.
So we covered Blue Monday. We did like basic big time new wave hits. When Depeche Mode made Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, we did Enjoy the Silence at our last show. Cool. We covered Radiohead. We covered what else? Those are the ones I really remember. Oh, we covered The Police, Every Breath You Take, but did a new wavy version.
Oh my God, I would love to hear that.
An electronic tone, and that was fun. And we did. I don't know if I should say it because it's like kind of a reveal. We would Rickroll everybody. So right in the middle of Blue Monday, I'd be like, "Never gonna give you up." Like we would just transition right into "Never Gonna Give You Up," and then back into like dark, scary Blue Monday.
It's so funny that you said that because of something that's going to come later.
Oh,
I was like, but it's not, because I actually ended up cutting that lyric, but never mind. Okay. So do you know the song "Fade Into You" by Mazzy Star?
Of course. I've been listening to a lot of Mazzy Star recently.
Can you do a cover of that for me when you perform? Sure. I think that would sound great, like with Addie's voice.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Sound.
I think we should that would be a fun thing to cover, just to cover. Because I mean, there's got to be, every time, every time, sorry. Anytime I catch myself doing like one phrase repeatedly, I have to make fun of myself for it. I like the idea of doing I really liked covering Every Breath You Take because it's a song from a time when electronic music was huge, but it's got no electronics on it. They're a rock band. So Mazzy Star is very much that way, where they're true to form folk music. So I would love to see what they sound like, what that song sounds like as an electronic song.
I think it'd be pretty great. But if you record it and release it, that's because you would actually have to pay for the rights. Whereas like when you're doing it at a venue, the venue covers that, right?
Oh yeah. If we were doing it live, no problem.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying you can release a cover as long as you make no fucking money from it. But if you release a full cover, then as far as I know, because every time we publish a song, there's an option to be like, is this a cover? So I imagine that means you can publish a cover, you just won't receive a dime. But you can gain a lot of interest that way.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, that's interesting. Do you have like a go-to karaoke song?
No, I always have this terrible thing where I'll be singing in the car and then I'll be like, I should put that on a karaoke list. Like a list of songs that I should do in karaoke.
I like that you're thinking about it.
Yeah, and then I never end up writing it down. So I always end up being like, fuck, what am I gonna do when I get to karaoke? And then either it goes like, bring down the house, really good job, what a surprise, thank God I was able to sing that. Or I entirely fuck it up and do something that's wildly out of my range and sounds stupid with me singing it. And I had too many beers, so my voice sucks and I can't see. So, but I once sang "Kiss" by Prince and did hardcore danced big time to it, and that was
good thing you had that training.
Yeah, right.
That's hot.
This was right after college, and I was at my hometown at my the local dive where karaoke was a big deal, and I did it, and that was a house bringer downer. But I don't think
I bet they're still talking about it.
Yeah, probably not.
I mean. So you're really into country music. Like, what singers are you super into?
Oh, I'm always my go-to is outlaw country. I still have love in my heart and always will for big 90s superstar country like Jackson. And I even love Shania, little Reba, little Vince Gill.
Did you go to their concerts or?
No, I just we went to the same barbecue restaurant every Wednesday and they have huge big screens where they play CNT all day. So it was ingrained in my head no matter what. I would go and have a sausage po' boy with onions and fries and then the Alan Jackson. But more recently in the last, 5 or 6 years, I was like, oh my God, there's another world of country out there between Hank Williams and, now. I don't even fucking know what's happening now. I don't care at all, except for some of the alt stuff. But
yeah, I mean, do you like alt? Because I like Whiskey Town. Do you ever listen to them?
No, oh, the podcast.
No, Whiskey Town, the band.
I don't know who that is. I know I like Casey Musgraves and Sturgill Simpson. That's the only current country I know, really. Huh. And I like that a lot.
Okay. Whiskey Town was Ryan Adams' band.
Oh.
Do you know who Ryan Adams is?
Of course.
I'm making the news now for not good things.
Yeah. I didn't know about Whiskey Town. It sounds like it's a country podcast. So that's my bad. But yeah, all the outlaws, Waylon is my number one favorite. I love Willie and Johnny Cash, obviously. But yeah, stuff of the 60s and 70s is most of my favorite country comes from then.
Very cool. Okay, so now we're entering the fun and games part of It's Never Boring with Kayley Loring. So this is make these cheesy song lyrics sound like sexy dialogue. Because I'm guessing sometimes you romance narrators are called upon to say something I know you're called upon to make dirty things sound hot all the time, but occasionally I'm guessing you have to make some pretty awkward dialogue. And can you make these song lyrics sexy and swoony? So I will tell you the lines and you repeat them and make them sound hot and or swoony. Okay. You don't know you're beautiful. That's what makes you beautiful.
You don't know you're beautiful. And that's what makes you beautiful.
Oh my God. I'm like, Gary. That was really good. Okay. You make me feel good. I want to rub you down. I want to sex you up.
You made me feel good. I want to rub you down. I want to make you feel good.
I want to sex you up.
Sex you up.
Oh,
sorry. It would help if I had this in front of me. This is why I'm an audiobook narrator, is because I can't remember things. I want to sex you up.
Yeah, you do. Okay, you're probably not going to remember this one. We can do it bit by bit. Okay. So when I look into your eyes, I know that it's true. God must have spent a little more time on you. Want to break it down?
No, I know this song. I didn't know the last one so well. When I look into your eyes, I know that it's true. God must have spent a little more time on you.
Yep.
You know why this is a thing. This is a thing. It's really hard in these books where I have to play someone who writes lyrics and I don't have a song and I'm not singing it, which is usually that's the case most of the time. Like having to make lyrics sound like they're being spoken is a real art form, and it's so hard.
Oh, is it? Yeah. Oh, okay. Because I did that because Jason Clark ended up having to do that for me in Charmer. I didn't realize that would be harder than actually. Well, have you ever tried to just like make up like a melody?
Yeah, but I mean, there are only some authors who are okay with that. Not okay, but like usually you don't have a direct line to the author, so you can't go like, hey, do you want me to just make something up for you? So it's a matter of like trust or not knowing someone, and usually the case is like just read it like it's a poem, and it can be hard.
That's good to know. Okay, we have 4 more.
But that means that she's going to add it to your book.
Yep.
I mean, I clearly just want to make you feel good about everything. So yep. I'm here to make your life easier.
It's fine. It's really fun.
Okay, so you know it's true. Everything I do it for you.
You know it's true. Everything. Sorry. I'm so tempted to be silly. Sorry. You know it's true.
Silly is also hot.
Everything I do it for you.
You just became like an old man all of a sudden.
I went from Ryan Adams to Brian Adams is why.
Yeah. Oops, I did it again. I played with your heart, got lost in the game. Oh, baby.
Oops, I did it again. I played with your heart, got lost in the game. Oh, baby.
So there's a definite thing that you do. The like lowering your voice. That's
whisper.
Like thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an utterance as opposed to like an utterance. Having. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I've never tried to explain this before. How like it does change. The voice does change. Big time.
Yeah. Okay, with these hungry eyes, one look at you and I can't disguise. I've got hungry eyes. I feel the magic between you and I.
Fuck.
Do you know this song?
Yes, I just don't. It's you know what changes it is the not the cadence and the rhythm, because then I automatically forget lyrics if I'm not doing it in the rhythm. But I'm looking.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Going to this Eric Carmen lyrics page.
Sorry,
yes, he's resourceful.
I'm gonna do more of it.
I love it. Do it.
Now, I've got you in my sights. With these hungry eyes, one look at you, and I can't disguise. I've got hungry eyes. I feel the magic between you and I want to hold you, so hear me out. I want to show you what love's all about. Darling, tonight, now, I've got you in my sight. These hungry eyes.
Oh, no.
Yeah, from sexy, guy to serial killer.
The angry serial killer.
It's okay. The romance community loves that too, so you're fine.
Good.
The romance community loves everything.
Keep them on their toes.
Do.
Mm-hmm.
God. Okay, there's one more.
Okay.
I'm too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy for my shirt. So sexy it hurts.
I'm too sexy for my shirt. I'm too sexy for my shirt. I'm so sexy it hurts. Ow! Ow!
It doesn't really hurt.
I'm in pain. How sexy I am.
Oh, good Lord. All right.
Good song choices there. Good song choices.
Thanks. So I actually did have the Rick Astley one in there too, but
I thought you would.
I'm never gonna let you down.
Nope.
See, I forgot it because it's not in the cadence. I'm never gonna run around and desert you. I'm never gonna make you cry. I'm never gonna say goodbye. I'm never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. Aw, Rick. Aw, Rick.
You Rick Astley that shit. Okay. So on the flip side, what have you learned from reading all these steamy romance novels? Like, does it change the way you look at dating and relationships and what you want in a life partner? Have you learned some new moves?
No, I'm worse at sex by far now.
Because
I'm old.
Like know the expectations now and you're like completely freaked out?
No, I mean, no, I don't even know. I'm still pretty good at it. I think when I was like 22, I was like, yeah, I'll do anything all the time. And now I'm tired. No, I think I've been going through the process of what a lot of people go through when they live in LA, particularly on the east side of LA, is love can kind of die for you. It's really, really hard to date.
Yep.
It doesn't make sense. It seem like, I mean, I'm a culprit of it where it's like, holy shit, I'm in love. And then the fucking 2 weeks later, it's like, whoa, you're not who I thought you were, or whoa, you don't even like me. I don't know. I think everybody goes through this, like a lot of trials here. It's like, it's hard to, if you're a person who previously was monogamous, you definitely, at the very least, question that. And you know, these books are very often like set in that context of like, love is real, it's gonna happen, and it's gonna be hard, but it's for sure gonna happen to you. And that playbook doesn't translate to life really at all here. So I mean, I've started playing with the idea that I don't even know if I want to be monogamous with someone. I certainly am. I'm still a romantic, but I'm not nearly on the scale that I was when I was younger. Like when I was a kid, I was hopeless. Like I just I fell the fuck in love with anybody that not with anybody, but whoever I fell in love with, I was a goner. Like there was no turning back. I couldn't alter how I felt at all until it like dissipated naturally. And that was unhealthy. Thank God that's not how it is anymore. Thank God I have like some semblance of control. But so the books, I mean, I tend to go like, well, fuck this. It's like
you just went the other way.
Like,
wow.
This is not gonna, because I mean, I'm like, is this ever gonna happen? And in a lot of cases, it's like, well, I can go like, this is fun as fantasy, but it's certainly not what I actually want now in my life. This like big sweeping thing. I want a simple, peaceful love in my life. That's what I can say for sure.
But still with one person, because you were saying not necessarily like, do you actually enjoy dating for the sake of dating?
Yeah, I like meeting people. I'm friends with a lot of people that dated, and like very deep, loving friendships. So I.
And it just transitioned, or you mean you became friends after you started dating?
It's a lot. It's a mixed bag.
That's cool.
It's a mixed bag. There's a bag of women.
A satchel of women.
No, there have been cases where it was like somebody who I was already friends with, and then we dated to see what it was like, and then turns out that wasn't the right thing, and then we end up being. It somehow either brings us closer, or it's just a different variant on a friendship. And then there are people that I met, and then we we hooked up immediately, and then maybe dated for a while, or just hooked up, and then it was just a matter of being like, you know what, we're cool as is. We don't have to do this, and I'm excited to know you, kind of thing.
Aww.
So it's a lot of.
Do you use apps or websites ever? Or?
I use only websites. I use farmersonly.com, and I'm just looking for a hometown hero gal who can rope me up and toss me on the back of her saddle, and hopefully she doesn't put me down in the storm room.
In the freezer.
Any tornado.
It went from a Hallmark movie for a second there to now like HBO, and then now it's like passion.
I just need to reverse the Harrison Ford trope of like snapping women up and saying, "You're mine." And I want to be snapped up. I want to be wooed. I want to be taken.
Okay, well, this again leads into the next. So in Troublemaker, Alex Vega was a single dad, and his 7-year-old son, Ryder, was trying to hook him up with his second grade teacher, and he tried to make her jealous by asking her to help him set up a dating profile for his dad. And I had Ryder answer all these dating profile questions on his dad's behalf, and it was really funny and cute. But I thought it'd be fun if we could pretend to set up a dating profile for you, Zachary Weber, with some questions that I have lovingly devised for you.
Okay, as long as
figure out.
This is where I add the disclaimer that this is not real. Zachary.
As long as it's pretend.
We'll see.
Stop.
I'm drinking water to prepare. What?
Yeah.
Go.
If you were playing, I sent you this. If you were playing a little Regency romance sexy role-playing game, which character would you want to be? A rake, an evil duke, a humble stable boy, a naughty carriage driver, or anything else you can think of?
I'm in the midst of rewatching Game of Thrones, and I watched Downton Abbey a few months ago for the first.
Interesting.
So I'm in this world.
Okay.
The carriage driver. You said naughty. I'm not choosing.
Doesn't have to be.
But Tom on Downton Abbey was the character I admire the most because he's he's in the midst of the class warfare, and he's proclaimed so.
Yeah.
I guess he was pretty naughty for sleeping with.
I mean, a little.
But that would be my intellectual response, but my initial response would absolutely be stable guy. Stable boy. A la Wesley, Princess Bride situation. That sounds way more fun. Nice. Rolling in A.
Yep. Okay. If you were going to an 80s themed party on a date with someone that you really like and want to impress, who would you dress like? For instance, the Miami Vice guys, Tom Cruise from Top Gun, Tom Cruise from Risky Business, Michael Jackson, Magnum P.I., Han Solo, Ferris Bueller, Michael J. Fox from Back to the Future, Scarface, or Mr. T, or anyone else that you can think of.
Anyone else I can think of? I already kind of dress like Michael J. Fox in Back to the Future. I wear the same fucking denim jacket every day as acid wash.
Do you really?
Yeah. It's got like little brown lapel flares, and it's got big weird pockets, and I put pins on it that say bad words. Anyway, like punk rock Michael J. Fox, somewhere between
And you have a skateboard?
Vicious and Michael J. Fox. I know that's more the 70s. I would probably 80s themed dance party. Yeah, I mean, when I think 80s, I think musicians, not movie characters. But I don't identify fashion-wise with anyone from Depeche Mode, even though I love Depeche Mode the most because I don't wear leather. I hate leather. But like, what's another? Bands like Echo and the Bunnymen. Like I'd say, yeah, like
big shoulders, though, like big shoulder pads.
Yeah, aka Echo, I guess. Yeah, well, like big long trench coat style jackets and weird hair and button down shirts. I like it. Slacks and boots.
Slacks and boots.
Slacks, breeches and boots.
Yeah, I think that would be a hot date night for you.
Yeah, I mean,
go with that.
If you're going to an 80s night, I'm like, I am. As soon as the world's allowed to breathe, that's what I'm doing.
Okay, good. If you were a shifter, what kind of animal would you be?
Oh.
A bear or a wolf or a unicorn, for instance?
Oh, yeah, I think I'd have to choose more than one. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I think like an otter would be really nice because they seem very happy-go-lucky and fun.
Yep.
And they also can do fast stuff and go into the water. They're fast and go into the water and they're cute. And then something like like an elk, like something strong and fast in the forest, but like doesn't have a big time carnivorous foe. Like a mountain lion would attack me, but
smart.
But like it's not like a lion to a gazelle where it's like you're likely to end up in somebody's maw. I don't know, some sort of woodland hoofed thing.
A woodland hoofed thing that goes fast.
Yeah, and then also
sounds like you want to go fast.
I would definitely do like wolf. Wolf is always on the list. Wolf is always on that list.
Wolf is always on the list. Okay, hot. So when I was still living in LA, I went through this phase where I was hanging out with a bunch of 20-something like actor musicians, and I started categorizing them based on what kind of monkey or ape they reminded me of, which probably sounds offensive, but I happen to love monkeys and apes. So the question is, would you say that when you were a younger man, or perhaps even now, were you a capuchin, a baby orangutan, a spider monkey, a chimpanzee, or a gorilla, or some other kind of monkey or ape that I can't think of?
How do you spell capuchin?
Capuchin. I mean, I think it's CAPUCHIN.
CAPU.
Are you Googling to see what it looks like? It's like if you watched Friends, that's what Ross had.
Yeah. Can you say the list again?
Capuchin, baby orangutan, spider monkey, which is like just the really long limbs, chimpanzee, or gorilla.
I think I identify closest with a capuchin.
Interesting.
Spider monkeys, I always thought I was more closer to. I've often said like that was. I've said before I want to be a spider monkey, but
really interesting.
But now that I'm looking at photos of them, I'm like, nah. Some of them are cute.
Not into it.
Yeah. Capuchin. I'm going to say capuchin. Baby orangutans are very cute, though. Jeez.
They're so cute. Mm-hmm. I'm going to stare at them all day.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, capuchins are very entertaining. So.
Yeah. They seem like they like are very. I follow one on Instagram. They seem very. There's one named George, and he's very cute. They seem like they're very human in a way.
Yeah.
Hey, what are we gonna do? You guys just want to hang out? You guys want to look at some stuff? What are we gonna eat?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think they're the ones that get sent into space. I could be wrong about that, but I heard one of them was. Anyways.
Chimp.
Yeah. So name a movie or TV series or episode that you think is really sexy, like either in general or like a specific scene that you liked.
Oh.
What comes to mind?
Being right in the midst of Game of Thrones right now, I didn't watch it with as much attention as I did the first time. I did not watch it with as much intent.
Yeah.
Say a lot of stuff and a lot of names, and you don't like.
Yep.
Watching it now, I'm paying a lot of attention. But like everybody is obsessed with John and Ygritte, that love story, and I love it, and I also love that they're real life lovers. But Rob and Lisa, I can't remember. Their relationship is so much more entrancing to me. I think it's not as integral to like the overall story. So I think people latched on to the John Ygritte thing. There was a lot of like key lines there, but the simplicity of Rob and Lisa, I don't remember her fucking name, their relationship. And plus I think she's so hot. I just think she's so
okay.
That their love scenes are very gratifying to me.
Yeah. Good answer.
Thank you.
If you could only smell one scent on a wound for the rest of your life, what would it be? It could be anything. What is the first thing that came to mind?
Lavender. Lavender was the first thing that came to mind, and then because I happen to have tea tree oil, and I've been putting it in a shower every now and then. But then the third one was very romantic, where it's like hopefully somebody that I love will have the pheromones that I'll want to always smell. So those are, I guess my answers to that.
Right. Fill in the blank. You can add blank to almost anything, and it will be delicious.
Eggs.
Okay.
Almost anything.
Any particular way of making the
fried egg? A fried egg over easy. I can I think I would.
That's actually a good answer.
Put it on a salad, put it on a burger, put it on a sandwich, put it on.
That's smart.
Even a pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay, last one. Explain one of your tattoos to me. Like why you got it and what it looks like. And
I can imagine him looking like at himself, like, okay, which one do I pick?
I am twisting my arm around, like, oh yeah, forget about it. There's one that this dude Tito did, and it's just a drawing he made, and I think it's so fucking cool.
Did he design it?
Yeah, he just it's something that just came out of his mind. And it's these two like sort of amoebus humanoid creatures, one with like sort of wings for a head, and the faces of both these creatures are very abstract. One has wings on the side of its head, and the other has what looks like sort of a sunburst for a head. And both of their faces are melting together. And I have not spent a lot of time like trying to figure it out, because I don't really want to, because it's so strange and just alluring in concept that I would rather not know what it means. I mean, it could mean like, truly understanding a person, truly connecting, truly acknowledging another person's differences, but still being able to conform to the other person's needs, something like that. If it's in that realistic context, but it's like it also tells like a story, like it could be very well some sort of fantasy tale about two creatures that need to connect in such a way in order to harness some sort of power to
I love it.
battle the antagonist of the story. That's that one. That's probably the one I've least explored the meaning of. So, yeah.
That sounds wonderful. I love it. Okay, I feel like we need to jump ahead to my one last thing, and then we'll do some listener questions. So this is called Fuck or Fight. This is the Kayley Loring segment where you have the option of either doing a triple fuck or yelling at me. And I know you might not feel comfortable yelling right now, although I guess you kind of already have a lot. So, but the backstory being that when I talked to Connor Crace and Mackenzie Cartwright on this podcast end of last year, I praised Connor for his performance of a fuck that he did in an audiobook. And then he surprised us by doing it 5 minutes later when we were talking about something else. So you can either do a fuck, or yell at me. And if you would like, I can present you with some things to yell at me, or you can just fucking yell at me,
right.
Whatever you want.
Is yelling at you, ranting at you, or just...
Absolutely.
Okay.
Just go for it.
Fuck. That's open to interpretation as to what's happening with fuck. Or
absolutely.
Fuck that's...
Well, I would love it to be a sexy fuck, but
it was a sexy
I don't want you to stub your toe. Don't stub your toe and say fuck. It has to be.
That's right.
Think of the context here. I mean, these are romance listeners. Come on.
Yes, got it. Oh, wait. I thought you were going to ask me a question and then.
No. You get to... Sorry, no, you get to... That's actually a good idea. I should ask you a question, but no, you have the option of either doing a triple fuck or just yelling at me. You get to choose.
Okay.
Fuck or fight.
I don't want to fight you. We already fight so much. Okay. All right. Give me a second.
Yep.
I'm so nervous. Why am I this made me so nervous. Okay. Fuck. Huh. I don't know why I'm paralyzed. I don't know
either, because you must do this every day when you're working.
I know. Why is this happening? Kaylee, why is this happening to me? I don't understand. I'm usually very good at saying fuck. I say fuck all fucking day. I don't need to draw up anything from the wells of my bowels in order to say fuck. Maybe I'm a little bit afraid of the idea that it sounds like I'm orgasming on a microphone and people are going to hear it and not in the context of a story. So I'm just sitting here, just coming sitting underneath my loft bed with my microphone and making orgasm sounds, because maybe that's kind of implied. Because that's what this is all about. It's all this big conspiracy about cum and and I'm sick of the people that run this. The game is rigged. It's rigged. And my cum is not for sale.
That's another sign that's going to go out on the lawn. Cum is not for sale.
Cum 2024. That'd be great if cum ran for president. Anyway, that's okay.
That was fun.
I had to naturally find it.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I was just gonna sink into a hole. It scared me so much.
Okay, I enjoyed that. Thank you very much. So these are questions from the group. If we still have some time.
Yeah. Hey, wait.
What?
I prepared for the two truths and a lie.
Well, that's coming after.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Sorry.
Because I did too, and I would have loved more days to prepare Viv.
Thanks
for sending it last night.
Bite me.
All right. So this is from Val Wall, who is a cutie patootie. And her question is, if you lost your voice, what will you do in life then? Kind of a thinker, huh?
I guess I would just write.
Oh, yeah. I guess that.
I guess I would write or draw. I would definitely move home and start painting something because there's nothing for me. I wouldn't be able to afford anything. I would be poor.
Right.
That's the first thing that would happen is I would have no money. But then I think I would do something with my hands.
Do you still paint at all or draw?
I haven't in so long. I've been drawing more recently, which feels great.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
So she also said, it's very cute, and you don't have to, but she says, you seem so artistic or poetic a person. Could you make up a poem about Kayley Loring as we speak?
Yeah, like now.
I kind of feel like what you just yelled at me was a delightful poem of sorts.
Okay, if I could just put it in iambic pentameter.
Could you?
Alas, poor Kayley, why have you forsaken me? I sat here underneath my bed, on bended knee, trying my best.
Why do you always go to the old man voice?
But doing my worst amidst sounds of spring. But not a thing is so daunting as speaking with Kayley Loring. That was way off pentameter. I didn't do more of Dr. Seussian than Shakespeare.
It was magnificent. You rhymed daunting with Kayley Loring. That's perfect. It's always daunting with Kayley Loring.
Yeah.
Well, Sarah McQueen wanted to ask if you could have any animal as a pet, what would it be? Obviously, you have a cat now, but is
Any
there like
animal.
a monkey situation or any animal?
A pig. Absolutely.
Oh my God, that reminds me of there was an IG story that you did. That was so funny where you were talking to your girlfriend, the pig, who was in the bathtub wearing a shower cap. That was brilliant.
It's times with all the cats and things. Yeah.
Oh my God. So you want it like a potbelly pig or just a regular little pink pig?
A little one. Even if I have the space for a big
babe.
Yeah, I want a babe.
Yeah.
I want a babe. So cute.
Yeah, that's pretty cute. They're supposed to be good pets. So Christina says, you mentioned in another podcast that you're going to be doing a video game as a voice actor. Is that something that you plan on doing more of?
Yeah. What were we going to say?
She says, I bet you'd be fantastic in Life is Strange 3.
Life is Strange 3. I don't know that game. I'm not a gamer anymore. I was such a gamer when I was a kid, and now I've like totally lost it. I'm doing this video game called Romancylvania, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's like a side scroller / like I actually don't know how to. I can't remember the name of the style of game. I feel like such an old man. What's it called? As I get older. It's,
We've aged you.
Oh, it's a Metroidvania. So it's like a
Metroidvania. Okay.
I think. Yeah, and it's like a pseudo side scroller, and then there are moments where the story is about Dracula, but he's thrust into a reality TV dating show by his friend Grim Reaper. I've only done one session now, but they're building out the game still. But it looks really fun and really fucking hilarious.
So is it like a choose your own adventure type thing where you choose his answer? And
I think, yeah. You have to like respond to questions and then like fall in love with various magical, crazy creatures.
Yeah.
It's cool. Yeah. And I would love
That's
more
awesome.
video games. It seems like so much fun.
How do you get into that?
You have to audition.
Oh, you do?
They can, I mean, that world is the VO world at all is so like they usually want a seasoned prose, which I feel like I'm already getting there now. So I just have to sort of corner my.
Well, you've done over 500 audiobooks, so that better count as being a seasoned pro.
Yeah,
come on.
Absolutely. No, I plan to work on that pretty soon.
Okay, good. So this is a fun one from Angela Sipperly. Pay attention now. You discover that life will cease to exist on Earth in 24 hours. Doesn't matter how. Money and travel logistics are not an issue. At the end of the world, where are you? Who are you with? And what are you doing?
I would line up all my hottest friends and have an orgy, do every kind of drug possible, and drink and eat.
Where?
Order all. Where? I mean, a yard is fine if the weather's.
Yard.
I'll probably go to my bandmate's yard and be like, "Hey, can I invite people over? Doesn't matter if we get COVID." AOC was right. It's here. I mean, the world burning to a crisp.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think I'd just go pick up some wine, and I mean, I'd spend all my
chill
on wine, the most expensive wine I get. Be like, guys, we should just play music and then have sex with people. We should have like a Roman style like orgy. Maybe rent out
in a yard.
We'll start at the yard so we can plan.
Bacchanalia in the yard.
Exactly. And then, set up some charcuterie and be like, where's a bathhouse near? Rent out like a whole hotel or something, and then just go like fucking pools and stuff.
Fucking pools.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
The trouble would be getting anyone to believe me. But
yeah, where's the proof? That's like,
come on, Zach. Really, the end of the world? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I can't tell you how. It doesn't matter how.
I know I have some powers of persuasion, but like, there is a dating app I use, and if I was like, "Hey, Megan, we've only talked a little bit, but you seem great. Do you want to die together?"
In a pool in my backyard?
In a pool in my friend's yard?
With really expensive wine.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a hard one.
Well, you put an awful lot of thought into it, so thanks for that. So this is Carrie Wallace, who is fun. She simply wants to know. She has a potato-based question. French fries, curly, regular, wedges, or tots?
Tots.
Going for the tots.
Everyone tot.
Okay, so this
pommes frites, like a very, very, very
pommes frites.
A crispy.
Oh, I love those.
Truffle oil.
Ooh.
To go with your really expensive wine at the end of the world.
Yeah, with a nice aioli.
Chianti. Okay, so she has not a question. Just do your Teddy Hamilton impression. Because you haven't been doing enough impressions for the last 24 hours.
Okay, there's this. Hold on. Let me find something to read. See if I can. Oh, wait. I'll be right back. Hold on. 1 second.
I love it.
I love how he gets so enthused about it,
No.
He's just like, oh, I know exactly. Let me go get it. I'm like, okay.
You ready?
Is that you, Teddy?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Love allows us to enter paradise. Still, many of us wait outside the gates, unable to cross the threshold, unable to leave behind all the stuff we have accumulated that gets in the way of love. We've not been guided on love's path for most of our lives. We usually do not know how to begin loving, or what we should do, and how we should act. Much of the despair young people feel about love comes from their belief that they are doing everything right, or that they have done everything right, and love is still not happening. Their efforts to love and to be loved just produce stress, strife, and perpetual discontent. In my 20s and early 30s, I was confident. I knew what love was all about. Yet every time I fell in love, I found myself in pain. The two most intense partnerships in my life were both... Okay, it's getting so dark.
I was going to say.
That's what I chose to read, Belle.
Teddy who?
I just read bell hooks in Teddy Hamilton's voice.
Wow, that was
kind of awesome.
That was wow. Okay.
Yeah, no, I see him. And that was it's so interesting because I mean he grew up in
California.
Southern California, right? But he has this like almost Southern or like Colorado kind of thing. Like what is it?
Thing. There's like a blend going on there. It helps to impersonate him because I've seen his face move when he talks.
Right. Right.
Whereas like, you know, if I'm doing like, well, I've seen Shane enough. I've seen Jason once, but that's also enough. I've seen Joe once. That's enough. I've seen Sebastian once. I still can't quite get him down because I haven't seen him in real life.
So you're saying you can do impressions of Shane, Joe?
Yeah, Shane, Joe, Jason. Can't really do any more work. Yeah, that's kind of it.
So like seeing how their mouth moves.
Yeah, being able to like to make like when anytime I want to impersonate somebody, usually if you contort the face to whatever they're doing, that makes it a lot easier. Because like if you just think about the way they move their face, like that's a lot of the reason people sound the way they sound. Because like that's the way that like literally the air comes out of the mouth and the way the sound travels with the air. So yeah.
Wow.
Should I read more of the other guys?
I mean, kind of. Do you want to?
Yeah, I didn't want to ask, but I'm kind of curious.
I'm going to take all their jobs because I'm going to impersonate them like an AI bot.
Get over yourself.
No, I don't want to do that. I already work too much.
Yeah.
Okay, here, I'll try and guess who it is.
Okay.
Love allows us to enter paradise. Still, many of us wait outside the gates, unable to cross the threshold, unable to leave behind all the stuff we have accumulated that gets in the way of love. If we have not been guided on love's path for most of our lives, we usually do not know how to begin loving, or what we should do, and how we should act. Much of the despair young people feel about love comes from their belief that they're doing everything right, or that they have done everything right. Love is still not happening. I'm reading the same. How did I skip to the same fucking thing?
It's actually great though.
Yeah. And that was Jason.
It's like you're all auditioning for the same little part.
Correct. That was Jason.
Yep.
Okay, let me see here. We learn about love in childhood, whether our homes are happy or troubled, our families functional or dysfunctional. It's the original school of love. I cannot remember ever wanting to ask my parents to define love. To my child's mind, love was the good feeling you got when family treated you like you mad and you treated them like they mad. Love was all and only about good feeling. In early adolescence, when we were whipped and told that these punishments were for our own good, or I'm doing this because I love you, my siblings and I were confused. Who's that one?
Dylan Thomas.
Thomas.
That was gorgeous.
Yeah.
The voice you love to take to bed. Whatever.
Is that his catchphrase?
That's his tagline, yeah. But now he also has new merch, and it's like "Talk British to me." So I'm like, okay,
very cute.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Sure. Anyway,
well done. Okay, so
sorry, real quick. I used a Hallmark card from my grandma as a bookmark for this Bell Hooks book, which is so off base.
Aww.
It's just not the same kind of person. Anyway, go ahead.
You're so fucking adorable. So Nancy Billows, so she says you've played so many different pro athletes. Is there a favorite team or sport that you actually follow?
I would say I care most about the NBA. It's kind of the only one I actually care about. And I don't even actually care about it that much, but I like basketball, watching it only. And
because it's fast.
Because it's fast paced. Because I don't know, it's to me it's just so much more fun. Like more stuff happens, and it's not 40 hours long, so you don't have to sit around. Yeah, it sounds like I'm such a reverse Texan because I grew up in like the heart of sports.
Yeah,
the Cowboys and the Texas Rangers and the Dallas Stars and the Dallas Mavericks all played within, 40 miles of me. So it's like everyone was obsessed. It was all anything was about. So I really, truly don't care. But basketball is fun. And I watched the NBA, and for a time there, was a huge Dallas Mavericks fan.
Do you like the Lakers?
No.
Okay. Definitively no.
No.
Fun to watch the Lakers play. I will say that it's always fun to go to a game.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have a favorite candy?
Probably
going to send it to you, by the way.
Yay. I like a lot of old people candy. Like I like Rolos. I like a big bag of Rolos.
Do they still make and sell them?
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
Really?
Yep, they do.
I went through a Werther phase, but anything that's like chocolate, chewy chocolate.
Well, that's hard on your dentures.
It's worth it. I don't like anything super sugary tart anymore. Like I was obsessed when I was a kid, as everybody is, but I don't like. I have zero desire to eat like taffy or like,
Okay. Don't send him taffy.
Don't you dare send
nasty.
Send them rolling.
Return to sender. Okay. Well, we can do the Truth is a Lie and Dinner Guest now. I guess I'll just say, so I have you booked. Do you even remember this? Because we booked it a long time ago. I have you booked for one of my books in like an upcoming series.
Yeah.
That's about 3 brothers. Yeah. So it's going to be like you and Teddy and Jason are brothers. And you're going to be doing duet narration with Emily Wizeller. Have you ever met her?
I haven't met her. I followed her on Instagram, and then she never followed me back. So I knew.
Oh, Emily!
Like narrator circles, and so I think we already have worked together. We just haven't met. So I don't know.
Oh, you have worked with her? Oh, cool.
We did yeah.
I'm sure she just didn't see the notification because that happens.
It's okay. It's fine.
Well, I'll make sure to have the producer
connected
to Emily then.
Follow that.
Okay, anyways, well, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, so when is that more or less coming out? Do you know?
Well, I think you record in September, so it's actually it's a while away.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah. I know.
Or August. I don't know.
That's good. Well, we as listeners, we like to kind of know what's coming up, and so that's always a plus when the author says, "Oh yeah, it's coming sometime in September, October, November, fill in the blank," and we're like, "Yeah, we have something to look forward to."
Well, was there anything else you wanted to talk about that you know is coming out soon besides Freed, which will be? Well, do you know when that's going to release? Like the book hasn't come out yet, right?
No, I have no idea.
It's going to be a simultaneous release, probably.
Probably. I think. I don't know.
It is.
Okay. I'm never in the know. I never know anything. And also I'm doing a bunch of books. My sister's getting married at the beginning of May, and I'm officiating her wedding.
Aww.
Very small thing, but I'm so nervous because I want it to be a nice thing for my sis.
Aww.
But so I'm pretty dead focused on that after Freed.
That's wonderful. Is that going to be in Texas?
No, she lives in Palo Alto, so it's going to be it's in Tahoe.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. That'll be a nice time to be there.
Oh, yeah.
Do you just have? I was actually going to ask you about siblings. Do you just have a sister?
No, my sister is 2 years younger than me. My brother is 6 years younger than me.
You're the oldest?
Everyone
I would have guessed that.
Oh, fucking surprise.
Really? Sorry. It's such a cliche.
No, not always.
Well, That's interesting. Okay. Wow, I just feel like I've learned so much about you today. It's gonna be great.
Me all the questions, and I don't know how to not tell everything. So,
thank you so much, Kayley and Zach, for being part of the Audiobook Lovin family, and Zach for being Kayley's first official guest in her new series of It's Never Boring with Kayley Loring. If you are not following them on social media, please do so, especially Zach. I mean, it's really cool that he does all this stuff on Instagram where I think that's the one social media that you're on all the time compared to the other ones. So that's definitely where you want to go.
Literally all the time.
no. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If he's awake.
That's what he's doing, yeah. So please make sure to follow us also on social media platforms. And until next time, happy listenings.
A heartfelt thank you to all of our Audiobook Lovin Podcast Patreon. Special thanks to Jen Franklin, Brittany Cottingham, Leanne Schwartz, Christy Reitz, Chrissy Font, Rhonda Pezzarello, Evelyn Clarisi, Michelle DaCosta, Michelle Bestard, Farah Blair, Candice Platel, Carol Liebner, Bethany Crane, Teresa Martin, Jennifer Mirabelli, Kayley Loring, Victoria Butler, Rula Hart, Carrie Wallace, Brittany Robinette Leiter, Dawn Darsh, Valerie Wall, Sarah McQueen, and Lynna Black Pedersen. The Audiobook Lovin Podcast has special Patreon access levels. Join today to receive early access to podcast episodes, exclusive content with our guests, and much more. Support the podcast by becoming a patron at www.patreon.com/audiobooklovin. We thank you for your support.
Oh, good. You made it to the end. Thank you for joining us for our special series of It's Never Boring with Kayley Loring on the Audiobook Lovin Podcast, hosted by Viviana, Enchantress of Books. For links and more info about today's episode or the Audiobook Lovin Series, visit Viviana, enchantressofbooks.com. Please consider leaving a review whenever you listen to the podcast if you enjoyed today's episode. Until next time, happy listening.